Are you having fun? Great. I'm going to show you a few of the pictures that I took of Salem in 2008, and I will explain to you what you are looking at. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Chaz's pictorial tour of Salem. This is the St. Peter's Episcopal Church in Salem, Massachusetts. It was established in 1733, and a wooden church was built the following year on land donated by Philip English. English and his wife, Mary, had been accused of witchcraft during the Salem witchcraft trials of 1692. The original church was taken down in 1833 and replaced by the present stone church constructed from plans by Isaiah Rogers of Boston. Like Salem's first church, it is a highly regarded example of Gothic Revival stone masonry church of the early 19th century. It was enlarged in 1845 and a new chapel was added in 1871, built directly over the parish's old graveyard. Some of the tombstones were incorporated into the chapel's walls. Here are some grave stones in front of St. Peter's Episcopal Church. This is Howard Cemetery. Giles Corey was pressed to death here. Here is a cemetery you all wanted to see. It is the Old Salem Cemetery. This cemetery is the second oldest cemetery in the United States. I love that tree. It makes the cemetery look very haunted. In fact, it is. In the Old Salem Cemetery, there are several stones like this that are well preserved. I also love the symbolism on the stones. Here is the grave of John Hathorne, born into a well-established Salem family on August 5th, 1641. John Hathorne became a local Salem magistrate and was chosen by Governor Sir William Phips to be a judge in the Salem witch trials. During the trials, Hathorne took on the role of a prosecutor rather than an impartial judge. Hathorne's questioning always began with a presumption of guilt rather than innocence, and he appeared to be on the side of the accusers. Hathorne altered the tradition of previous witch trials by encouraging those under examination not only to confess to witchcraft, but also to name others who might be witches, a move that accelerated the number of accusations. He died in Salem on May 10th, 1717, and was later a prominent target of criticism by his own great-grandson Nathaniel Hawthorne. Located near the Old Salem Cemetery is the Salem Witch Trials Memorial. This is dedicated to the men and women who were accused of being witches and hung, all except Giles Corey, a man pressed to death. If you look at the walls, you will see what appears to be little stone benches. Etched on them are the names of all the people who died tragically, along with their dates of execution. This one is dedicated to Bridget Bishop. She was hanged June 10th, 1692. Sarah Good, hanged July 19th, 1692. Giles Corey, pressed to death September 19th, 1692. What you are looking at are stone slabs on the ground. They have the words spoken by those convicted of being witches. Look closely and you will see that the slabs are broken on both sides. This represents lives that were cut short. For example, Rebecca Nurse's last words, "O Lord, help me. It is false, I am clear, for my life now lies in your hands." This pirate statue stands in front of the Pirate Museum. I know a certain redhead, but I won't mention any names, Anna, that would love to visit the museum. This is the tall ship Friendship, a replica of an 18th century East Indiaman that was captured by the British in 1812. She is docked in Salem Harbor off Derby Street across from the Customs House. It would not be a trip to Salem without visiting the Bewitched statue. When the statue was erected, many people complained that the show did not represent what witches really are. Here is my opinion as to why I feel Salem owes a lot to Bewitched. In 1970, television sitcom witch Samantha Stevens of Bewitched visited Salem for a series of episodes with location filming in the town by the cast and crew. These Salem episodes were seen by millions of viewers since there were only 3 network TV channels. Laurie Cabot, Salem's resident witch, opened the town's first witch shop in Salem in 1971 as it started to become a tourist destination, thanks in part to the national Bewitched in Salem TV exposure. At present time, there are numerous such shops throughout downtown Salem, but it was Cabot who was a trailblazer so far as these businesses are concerned. So as you can see, Salem does owe a lot to Bewitched. I hoped you enjoyed my pictorial tour of Salem. Those were just a few of the pictures that I took back in October of 2008. If you would like to see all my pictures, I will be posting the link to my website shortly. Salem is a wonderful place to visit. There is so much to do and so much to see. And if you would like to find out more about the Salem witch hysteria, many people offer tours. I highly recommend Spellbound Tours. Coming up, the conclusion to Chaz and Anna's Halloween extravaganza.